Hello and welcome back to Midnight Minecraft. Today, I sort of just hit record all of a sudden. Well, not really all of a sudden, but because I was over here cutting down some trees, collecting some materials for a project I want to work on, when I came across this wandering trader. Yeah, you see the emerald. Yeah, you see the emerald. Green dye. I don't believe I have green dye, and I don't have any cactuses on this island, which is very unfortunate. But on the bright side, I do have sheep. Hopefully, I can simply quickly pop in here, dye a sheep green, and there we go, I have unlimited green wool. Similar to how I have a red sheep. I don't really know where the red sheep came from, but alas, it exists. There's now a green sheep. I might have to build a Christmas theme build at some point come December. But yeah, very happy to do that real quick. So, since I'm recording, I may as well get right to the point and discuss what I want to do. I'm gonna take that because both of those are very close to full. There. Yeah, I keep the dyes in there. I don't think I have. I have a bunch of flowers and I need to try and... I need bones and by extension bone meal so that way I can multiply my quantity of flowers and get more dyes for the sheep. What do I want to do today? That's a great question. I want to lay out the plan for one of the buildings that's going to end up being in the western themed town I want to build. Now, I've talked about this on occasion, specifically when it comes to the fact that I want to build one, but one of the things that have sort of popped up in my mind of, hello, is that I want to find a way to incorporate this area, which is presumably fresh water, and incorporate it somehow into a western themed town. And I sort of want to build a well or something and figure out how to do it. I don't really know where I want to build it, but I do know that I want to set up a mine shaft or a quarry somewhere in the side of this mountain. To turn into an actual quarry. Because it would be good just to have a designated area to rip to shreds. I don't think any of these areas would be great because you can see the water from all directions. I think this is actually the best spot. In here, this little nook is sort of the only area you can go, even with this giant pit, this inconvenient sinkhole, which I suppose could be the site for a quarry. This is sort of the only real area you have where you could build one. And when I mapped out my road, it went all the way to here. That if I had the road run straight, I could have it run to here. That this is sort of the edge of town. Oh, and if I want the sunset to be in the foreground, I'm gonna have to build it side to side. Interesting. I could do that. I'm filming this episode pretty late at night. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going in and out of talking. It's nearly 1 in the morning and I'm pre-recording this so that way I don't have to worry too much about. I am going to want to incorporate rails into the city. I could use the cherry blossom wood for a hotel. The mangrove wood, I can get back to that. That would be interesting. I can use the different wood types for different builds. And I think I could mix the jungle wood with the acacia wood, and that would be pretty interesting. Because the orange is a pretty sharp color, pretty out there. How does that look? Because I can't really remember. How does it look? I actually think the jungle wood would look pretty nice for not necessarily the log, but the wood itself. I think would look very nice for the structure of a let's see if I can form a sentence. Sheriff's office, that's the one. Okay, so one of the reasons why I marked this off real quick is that this is more or less where let's see. If I look straight up, I'm going to see the sun, aren't I? Yes, even though I just moved over. And if I go further over and then look straight up, I'm going to see the sun again. Yes, the sun is always directly above us, isn't it? Regardless of the X and Y pattern, because I'm clearly far away from the barn. But then if I run all the way over here to darn near the other side of the island and look straight up, we're now in line with the barn roughly. It's still right above me. So the actual positioning of the street isn't really going to matter. So that does grant me a certain amount of freedom. I don't want to cut down this tree. This is a very cool, naturally generated tree. And it could be interesting to make something based around it in the future. So I could maybe build a church nearby it or turn this into a graveyard area, since I want to put a quarry very nearby here. So I think what I would want to do is perhaps over here, 1, 2. I'm trying to build out a grid system, if that makes sense. Okay. So now, if we were to hypothetically go straight up from here, we can see that that's a perfect square. And that could hypothetically be the plot for the city, keeping in mind that it needs to be indented enough for the road, that the road is going to run right on through to the, oh boy. Okay, so it's going to run it's not going to run the length of the island, it's going to run the coast of the island. The rises in the east, sets in the west, the northwest coast of the island, because we're settled in the southeast. Rises in the east, sets in the west. So yeah, it's going to run the southwestern side of the island. We're in the the southeastern side of the island. Northwestern side of the island. We're in the northeastern side of the island. That is the south. Because east to west, north, south, west, east, north, west, northwest. Okay, let's see if I can figure out the rough outline of the road. I think this road is 6 blocks wide. Unfortunately, that it's not even. It is in fact 1, 2, 3, 4. It is in fact even. Oh, thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just off center. Well, guess what? It's gonna be centered now. I'm going to rectify the fact that it's off-centered, and then I'm going to run with it. Okay. So if the entire road is 5 wide, let's just do 1, 2, 3, 5. That's the width of the road. Okay, so it's a few blocks back. I need to light up more of this island. That's what I'm seeing here. I also need to figure out how to work around this, change in elevation. One thing I definitely want to do sooner rather than later when it comes to this build is switch over to half slabs rather than conventional blocks. Okay, let's put down Mr. Crafting Table right here. And do that. And then let's try this a different way. Let's put you here, with you there. Now, functionally, this is going to be the exact same thing. I'm simply putting down a square. This square is only temporary. I can alter the shape over time. Okay, so from here, having completely and totally massacred the ground with my efficiency shovel. Let's take it back. That should be enough. I think going back 3 blocks should be enough. Then I can do that. Then I can do this. Okay. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, you have to have the ongoing wooden sidewalk. That's right. And you have to have a back door. We'll have that over here. This corner is where we can have the jail cell. So this is going to be a fairly basic structure, fairly simple. All of these structures are going to be fairly simple. The detail is really going to be in the exterior, it's going to be in the windows, it's going to be in how these are formatted. I might be building at too small of a scale here. This is just a template, but hopefully you can sort of get an idea for what I'm going for. That I want to have the 5 wide street, I want to have the setback building, and the little cubicle-sized building itself that you're going to go in, and you're going to have the cell in the corner. Let's just use my nice efficiency shovel to clean that up real quick. Let's just do that, and having it be full blocks here, very important, because we're going to be encasing this side of the building, and you don't want to have the bottom be an opening that they can get out of. This actually would almost justify me making stone, a corner of this building out of stone as opposed to out of wood. Yeah, again, hopefully you can sort of get an idea for what I'm going for here, at least with the base of the building. I can have this go much farther up, I can do more details as time goes on, switch out some of these full blocks with stairs, where the windows are gonna go, I can try and figure out ways to make the interiors more interesting. I could change the wood types, probably to birch, because birch it's going to look more faded, more dusty. Like the nicest looking building in the entire town is going to be the bar, probably, the saloon. The big question, other than the bank, the big question is going to be how I want to lay out this sort of frontier town. Like, I'm sort of being silly here, having the sheriff's office literally be the first building in town. You'd probably want it to be closer to the center as opposed to right by the edge, but then again, it's going to be right by a church and a graveyard area. Oh, I could put a Western church on the hill. Ooh, with the graveyard in the background. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I that could look really nice. And then the quarry. Ooh, where do we put the quarry? Because if the church is on the hill and the graveyard is descending down, I'm gonna have to put the quarry somewhere else. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I just don't really know where I want to put it. I could put it off in a few different directions. I don't know, I'm gonna have to take a look. I'm gonna have to think about it. Huh. Well, regardless, this is some amount of progress. I'm actually talking about what I want to do with my Wild West themed town, and I'm starting to build it as opposed to just saying, hey, I want to build a Wild West themed town. That's gonna do it for this one, folks. It's getting pretty long, and it's getting pretty late as it is. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the positive support the series gets, the occasional comments, the frequent flyer viewers. I know there's about 70 of you who watch pretty regularly. Put a comment down in the description if you watch regularly, please. I'd love to get to know y'all better. Because I don't get enough metrics from YouTube to actually see, like, what y'all are up to and doing, other than, you know, tuning into here, tuning into my channel, and the Midnight Minecrafts and the Safi SMP. So yeah, do that. If you stay to the end, leave a comment. If you're one of the 70 or so folks who watches videos regularly, leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.